As I've gotten older and in the work that I do outside of the show, you learn how much opportunities there are for banks to also engage in community. So can you talk to me a little bit about what that experience has been like from the time you were 23 to now? Have you seen that shift?
Yeah, I mean, it never really changes where banking is really about giving people a safe place for their money. But what has evolved is how they do it. So it used to be go to the local branch if you're lucky enough to have a branch in your neighborhood. Or it could be now, though, it's where people have, they learn about how to control their money. And people work so hard, and especially in these days, you have to have access to understanding how it works. And many banks do, as well as us. You're out doing financial literacy fairs, and you're out trying to reach people younger and younger. So what's changed is how you connect with people and how you share that information. Because we know the sooner people understand the power of money, the sooner they understand how it can impact their lives, impact their children's lives.
Yeah. As you're sitting here, I'm thinking back to a special person in my life, right? Because I grew up, my mom would take me to a bank in our community, and I would put $5 in or whatever. And when my mind, it was like, put $5 in, then you have $5. And that's what you go to the bank for. But this woman that I met when I moved to Central New York really sat me down, talked to me about my dreams, this show particularly, right? And talked to me and helped me cultivate a relationship with a bank.
Yes.
And for an African-American young girl, that was game changer for me.
As you said, banking is necessary, and so many people, if they're afraid of banks or if they don't have a relationship, they're afraid to walk in the door, they miss this opportunity to be able to be in the system in that way. And it is important because it's something that will eventually, it opens the doors and it allows you to, and it could be things like paying your rent or paying your bills and not paying too much in fees. So that's why it's important from that respect. But on the other side, so many women, and I'll tell you a little bit about the founding of Impressia because it'll make sense, it'll all connect, is that the question was asked, well, why did our bank not have enough women? And this is back the parent company, and they said, well, where's everybody banking? And when they went back and did the research, they said, well, a lot of women just put a little bit in a lot of places. And the reason why is that they don't have that relationship and they don't feel comfortable going and trusting that person.
Right.
So what Impressia set out to do was to redefine the banker-client relationship. So imagine you as a working woman, you don't have time to deal with all this in your regular day-to-day.
Right.
Imagine when you can text and call and say, I know the person I'm texting and I need help. Yeah.
Yeah, and you build that relationship because part of the historic is like, well, if you don't have, then you can't have opportunities. And what I've learned through this person that I cultivated a relationship with, Jody, she helped me gain the confidence to ask questions, to walk in and know that, this is what a business line of credit is. Now, you may not be able to get it right now, but you can work towards it, right?
Exactly.
And this is the path. And I think what you're doing as president of Impressia, right, is you have the opportunity to make those connections.